What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Dream the Dream. We are back for another episode of the motherfucking Suede Rabbit Hole, and we got our next guest. But this is episode 23, the first year of the year. Actually, took so too long, but we finally here. You know, some people ain't here right now, but that's all good. They're gonna be back soon, so don't worry about that. But just to kind of dive right in, before I introduce you, y'all know what I like to do: ask a couple questions. So that's what I'm gonna do real quick. So, if you had to go into outer space or go in the deep ocean, which one would you pick and why?
That's a good one. So I would pick outer space just because the ocean is just like, it's kind of cool. Am I going to survive or am I going to like die?
I guess that really depends on you.
It's up to you, partner. I'm gonna go with outer space just because that was like the first thing that came to mind, and okay. I feel like the ocean's pretty scary because it's like, does it ever end?
Cthulhu. Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
I can get that.
Okay.
Space. Okay.
Meet
So what would you
aliens?
What would you do? So what would you do if you were in space? Would you like go explore? Would you just go like?
I don't want to explore. I want to see if like the American flag is really on the moon. I would want to see if like I can meet other life forms.
Okay.
That's what I would want to do.
All right. First question. All right. Second question. So if you could be, Second question. I'm gonna just pick this one. Okay. If you had to pick 3 people to go with you in the zombie apocalypse, who would you pick and why?
People I know, or can it be like dead, alive, celebrity?
Could be anybody. Just.
I would pick Killmonger. I would pick.
I thought you did at that point. Like if it was pre or go out. I'll just finish. I'm sorry.
He said pre or?
Yeah, because like before he got that.
Oh yeah. Black Panther, the whatever.
The heart-shaped herb. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, you want me to answer that pre or like,
I don't think it really matters. Like
I'm like
you're good. Like especially you're good if he's like he has a suit. You're never gonna die. That's
it. Oh, I'm gonna bring the Black Panther too. Why not? We got one more person. I'm going to bring. I'm gonna bring like maybe like Gandhi because he has like the gift of gab. So it's like we need someone to like negotiate for us. Okay.
That's actually that's an interest. I like that. Yeah, because Gandhi was a cool dude. Like it just sucked how they did him dirty in the end. They just came in and kind of just took him out because he was bringing like his people together.
That's always how it is.
If
you stand for something positive, they're gonna try to get you.
Exactly.
But I've kind of heard like mixed things about him. Like he was a great person, like to the public, but then like behind closed doors, he wasn't like the same. But
what was he doing like behind closed doors? You might be asking.
I mean, I don't really I didn't know him, so it's like I don't really know. But I just heard like. Just like, how some people they're nicer to like strangers than like their own.
People they know.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. I feel like we're all like that in a way because it's like with people you feel like you have more elasticity. Like they'll come back where it's like strangers. Like you have to be like hello or might never talk to you again.
I can totally see that.
Yeah.
Damn. Makes you think about Martin Luther King now. Why did they really snipe him now? I don't know. Okay. Third question.
He ate someone's cookie.
So all right, so would you prefer DC or Marvel?
I'm gonna go with DC.
Okay, and like if you had to pick a favorite superhero or a favorite villain, who would they be and why?
Favorite superhero, favorite villain, favorite superhero. I'm gonna say Flash.
Flash, okay.
Or like Green Lantern.
Okay.
And then favorite supervillain, Killmonger.
We'll let it slide. It's Marvel, but we'll let it slide.
Oh, I did say DC. Well, I mean, okay, hold on. Who's another? I'm not well versed.
Joker, Bane. I think it was Deadshot.
I'll go with the Joker.
Joker, okay, yeah, Joker's a good one.
All the like real comic book fans are like, she's fake. After I just said Killmonger. That's a
No, you
decent.
good. Killmonger, he's a real one. Like I like how they portrayed it in the movie. I know in the comics it was like there's obviously difference, and I like how Marvel kind of took it and said this is a different reality. Like they use Marvel cinema like its movies as its own like timeline on its own, besides every other one have their own little universe. And I thought that was pretty cool how they did that.
Definitely.
Okay. So why would you pick Flash? I'm gonna ask you about Green Lantern. You take Green Lantern too. So why would you pick Flash as like what stands out with you with Flash?
I think I like the speed. Really, that's
Okay. Yeah, he's really fast. Like it's him doing the Speed Force. Or it's something he does, but he can like go through different periods in time, and he's done it.
see. That's why.
He's even supposedly escaped death and nobody does that. Like it was like
Faster than the speed of light.
yeah, speed of light, speed of sound, speed of yeah, for sure. So Green Lantern, why?
Am I gonna get canceled for this? But Green Lantern, really, just because isn't he like one of the only black characters?
They do have a black Green Lantern, which not everybody really talks about. So
Come on now.
That's right. If you didn't know, there's a black Green Lantern. Look it up. I'm telling you.
And then wait, was that a different movie? The one where Michael B. Jordan played Green Lantern? Was that him or was it a different movie? What movie was that? That was like a flop?
Fantastic Four.
Oh, I'm way.
That's Marvel.
I'm way
That's
off.
Marvel too. Yeah, that's. It's okay. This we don't have to talk about. Let's just close that. Wrong.
Yeah, I'm like I'm not well versed in the comics.
Oh, you're good. You're good. But yeah, like Fantastic Four. Like I've always been in my feelings with that. It has so much potential, but they don't really do anything with it. They spend too much on character development. You know what I mean? Like they worry about like how the characters are and not like about what's going on in the actual environment. Like we know how Human Torch become Human Torch. We know how Mr. Fantastic become Mr. Fantastic. Same with I forgot her name. That's how I'm just now hurt. And of course you have Ben. That's the thing. He's the Rock. The solid.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Like I just get sad every time. Like I at one point I was younger. I liked the first version they made with was it his name Chris? I can't remember his last name, but he played Captain America.
Chris. Yeah, I know Chris Evans, right?
Chris Evans. I didn't want to say it and get it right. I didn't want to butcher it because that dude's cool. That's a pretty cool guy.
Like that's him.
I remember one of my most things I really liked about him was when I saw him act in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. That's what really was like. That's cool. He was in that movie. He was one of the bad guys in that one. Mm-hmm. But enough of that. He kind of rambled on for a little bit. Lenore, this is our guest right here. Awesome person. Met her back in 2015. We actually went to school together in IAFT. If y'all know what it is, International Academy of Film and Television. Enough of that. Go ahead, introduce yourself. Tell everybody who is Lenore.
Hey, my name is Lenore. So I am a singer, songwriter. I was born in Angola, but I've lived in Vegas basically my whole life since I was 4 years old. So I'm like a Vegas baby. And I've been making music. I've really always been into all the arts. So acting, singing, theater, all of that. So really it's been a lifetime thing. But I started taking it more seriously 2 years ago, I would say.
Okay.
And so, yeah, it's a little bit about me.
So, if you don't mind me asking, I don't think I really get a chance to ask you that question, but what made you decide to want to, get involved in acting?
In acting? Yeah. I was just always interested. It wasn't a time where I was all right, I'm going to do this. It was just something that I was always drawn towards. I say this about music, but I feel like you can say it about acting too. I always say about music, I don't feel like I chose it. I feel like it chose me. Okay. It's a calling type of thing. So I feel with cool. Acting.
That's nice.
I'm just interested in it.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, do you have any favorite actors or what would name one of your favorite actors?
Michael B. Jordan. It seems like I'm obsessed with him.
Okay. Hey, it's nothing wrong with that.
So can you blame me? But yeah, him. I would say Will Smith. What I really like about Will Smith, I respect more than just his acting. He's what's the word? I can't think of it. But he's someone who has been successful in different facets of his career. He was a musician, he's an actor, businessman. Does a whole bunch of different things. So I really respect people like that because I see that in myself. So
Okay, that's cool. That's really cool. I respect like Will Smith a lot because of his work ethic. Like if you hear like the inspirational videos or like him just talking, like you can just and it's with confidence. It's not even like he's just saying it and he's not doing it to get paid. He's really just saying if you can
like he believes it,
and he does it like he's like I'm the first one in and the last one out. I'm like that's real shit. Like you can't even argue with that.
That's
point.
true.
And he shows it in his acting. It's like he's very talented. Like I just saw Bad Boys 3.
Really, I haven't got a chance to see it.
I went to go see it last night. It was good.
Yeah,
I was blown away. I was like
it was up there with the classics, the originals.
Low key, like I will say, it was like because like you could usually one of the things you have to worry about when it comes to like movies, especially when they haven't been made like because the last one was made in like I think like maybe 15 years or so like that. I mean, Bad Boys 2.
Yeah.
And because I was talking about my lady last night. I was like, when I first saw the first one, I was a kid and I was still in my youth. I was in my teens when the second one came out, I believe.
Yeah.
I was in my teens yet. And that one came out. And I was like, just now seeing it now, the new one coming out now, and we're like, I'm a grown ass man.
You're grown man.
I'm like,
you still liked it.
It's a huge difference.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then the fact that like they took the story from because it's been that gap, and they filled the gap in. They didn't really go into like what's been going on in that time, but it's more of like they kind of been just, bam, Bad Boys for life. This is what's going on right now, and then they kind of just went into the character development of what's happening at the now, and then you saw some like people you saw from like the second one, and then it had like and I guess how they did the story, and I feel like what they could do now is they could make a sequel. Yeah. And they could make a prequel now.
Yeah.
Because like
I watched the Breakfast Club interview with them, and he was talking about how like they were like, "Oh, are you gonna do a sequel?" And they're like, "I guess it just depends on how good this one does."
I think it's gonna do. I hope it does
well because you want to see it.
Dang, I was like, what? And then just seeing like just the whole entire thing, like I was sad when people be like, "I'm not gonna ruin it for you." And
right? Because I kind of want to see it.
I was blown away when I found out some stuff. I was blown away. I was like, "Holy snap!" And then and I guess how they did it was that I guess what was going on was like before everything like originally started. That's all I'm gonna just drop it right there.
So just drop that.
And I'm gonna just let it right there, let it marinate. Just when you get a chance
to see it. And then I'm gonna be like, oh, I know what he was talking about.
you'll get it. Especially if you've seen the other two, like you'll be like, holy crap! Like you thought, like cause I was trying to put together like, is this something that related to either of the other films? And then
it wasn't.
No.
I heard that in the interview they were like, no, this is like we're starting like a new era.
Yeah.
With the characters.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
But definitely check it out. And but that was a good one for sure. And like I said, Martin Lawrence, he did good too. He was funny, goofy.
You feel like Will Smith outshined him?
I feel like usually when it comes to like that type of thing, usually it's always about Will Smith in a way because he's Mike Lowry. You know what I'm saying? Like so. But I feel like
in general too, because when I watched the Breakfast Club interview, like you could tell that like Will like. It seems like Martin Lawrence is more of like an introvert and Will's like an extrovert because Will was like extra. He was like talking, he was cracking jokes, and Martin Lawrence was just more like chill, laid back, like.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like I guess it depends. I know like I guess with Martin Lawrence, you've like maybe I don't. Then again, I never met the guy personally, so I really can't say.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would assume he wouldn't be. But I guess more than Will Smith because obviously like I've seen like other.
He wouldn't be an introvert.
Yeah, like
but I don't know, because a lot of entertainers are introverts. Like Beyonce, she's like introvert, shy, but like when she's doing her thing, it's like she's out of here. But in every other interaction,
same thing with Michael B. Jordan. He even admitted like he even talked about it like to some people. He was like, yeah, I don't like when it comes to big crowds. He does get uncomfortable. Yeah, which is understandable. Like who wants to be like surrounded by like I mean some people might want to be surrounded by people. But like I mean like if I was I'm not gonna lie, I'd be hesitant. I'd be like I don't like I don't know you, but I'm like you're gonna talk to me because I'm famous. That's cool, but it's like then again.
I think it depends on which level,
right?
Because it's like if it's like a whole bunch of hysterical people, I can see where it's like okay, what's happening. But like some people just like walking down the subway or whatever, they're like I'm nervous just having these people around, and it's like I think some people might think I'm an extrovert just because of how I like present myself, but I would say I'm like an introverted extrovert or an extroverted introvert, whatever way, because it's like I need my alone time. Like I love people and I love to like be in the spotlight, whatever. But then it's like there's times like okay, it's time to be alone and be in my solitude.
Right, I get that. I have those moments too. Like I'll just kind of like I'll be here sometime, I'll be talking, and I'll just kind of get quiet. Like where'd you ring? I just
you're like I'm here. I'm just collecting my thoughts.
Yeah, I get that. But yeah, he was kind of mentioning that like he'll talk, and then like when it gets to a certain point, he'll not want to talk anymore. And it's like I remember seeing a meme pop up when it showed how like happy when you're like doing something and then like that moment you don't want to be there no more and he's like not smiling no more. So he was just, it wasn't like a sad face, but it was like that look. He was just like he didn't want to be there, but he was there. So I was pretty funny how somebody meet me at that.
And some people like like Summer Walker, like she's like very introverted and she's even like. But she's like to the point where it's like she can't even fake it. Like it's like you can't fake it for a job interview. Hello, like you might not love like your manager, but you can still be like hello. But she's like she doesn't even like she's not gonna fake it. She's like don't want to be here. And I'm gonna let you know.
Right. Okay. But what are like top 5 favorite like musician artists? Like, it could be anything.
That's so hard. It changes from season to season. Yeah. But I'm gonna say like my solid ones that stay like consistent. Definitely Beyonce. Okay. She's up there just because she inspires me all around, from like her dedication to her craft and musicianship to her ability to dabble into different fields and entrepreneurship and just strong brand. Like I respect all of that. And then I would say another artist, Drake. He also dabbles into everything, like musically. Like he's he's like a very versatile artist. And I used to be very like obsessed with him. Like I went to his concert in 2016.
Oh, you saw Drake? What? Like
I saw Drake. Did I ever?
Like you gotta tell me about that.
Yeah, it wasn't like one of the top. I've been to a lot of concerts. Like I love concerts, and that's up there. Like just. I feel like it's a mix between, like, I love the music, so I was in there, like, ready to sing all of the words, but he's also, like, a really great performer, and just the energy, how he engages the crowd, the different sets, like, it was fire. And it was the one with Future. Future was collabing with him during that time. It was the Revenge Tour.
Revenge Tour?
2016.
2016?
Yeah.
What was that the, I'm thinking, was Future doing the album with them? Was like, if you're seeing it's too late?
What a Time to Be Alive was their collab album. Okay. I think it was during that era. Yeah.
Okay.
It was fire. But Drake, I feel like Future's music is like hype, but I feel like Drake outshines him as like a performer. At least when I saw him, I don't know, it could be different concerts, but when I saw him, I was like, because I'm a Drake. I was a Drake stan. Now I'm like I've peeled back to being like a Drake fan. Like I love him, I appreciate him, but I'm not as wild as I used to be. I wore a shirt that had like his face all over it, like and the concert tickets were like $500. Like I was serious. Like I
worth it.
It was worth it.
Sure.
Though, it was.
That's cool.
And then another artist, I would say Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Of course. He's like another one that's like super dedicated to his craft. Like you can't just listen to his song once. Like you have to. And even if you listen to it 5 times, you're going to miss like 50 things.
Yeah.
Like I watched this one reacting to the Good Kid, Mad City album, and like he was breaking it down, and the guy was talking about how like everything in his song has a purpose. Like you hear this instrument, you think like, oh, it just sounds good. Like no, it means something. I was like, that's wild. Like I don't have time to sit here and break it down, but I mean I do. But
right.
I'm like, that's crazy artistry.
That is cool. Like I do like Kendrick Lamar too.
Yeah.
But go ahead. That's
another artist, Tinashe.
Tinashe.
You know Tinashe? 2-1 Girl, I love to get on. Hey, I love to get to on. You know, that's like her hit with Schoolboy Q.
Okay.
But she's a singer, actress, dancer, producer, writer, engineer. Like she does everything. Okay. And I love her also because of the versatility as an artist, and I love her music and everything that she does. And like I feel like it's more, music is a more male dominated field, so it's like rare to have like women producers or women engineers, so it's like the fact that she does that is like super dope.
Okay.
And
number 5.
Wait, 5? We're already at 5? We got Beyonce, Drake, Kendrick, Tinashe. Ooh, number 5. That's hard. I'm gonna say SZA.
SZA,
yeah.
Who?
She's TDE.
Yeah.
You know TDE, Kendrick Lamar's label. No, I'm not familiar.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been living under a rock lately. I'm not gonna lie.
Lately, they've been out here for. If you know Kendrick Lamar, you know TDE.
Okay, probably. I just
like Schoolboy Q's on that label as well.
I know who Schoolboy Q is for sure.
Yeah.
Collard Greens. Sorry.
I'm dead. But yeah, SZA. Wait, you don't know SZA, right? You said
No, not top bad. No, I don't. I'm pretty sure if you were to show me that,
like sure,
I'd
yeah.
be like, okay, yeah.
He's like maybe, but yeah, her like writing style and just her music is very like unique and. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Next thing I actually add, like if you could have like any like, would you want? I'm trying to think how why would I ask this? Like, can I name 5 artists? Is like, if any old artists that you used to listen to could come back, who would you want to come back?
That's like not here anymore.
Not here anymore.
Just one.
Like we doing 5. We gonna do 5. That's
Best artists that are alive. I would say Tupac, Amy Winehouse,
okay.
Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, I think he needs to come back.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You got 3. Michael Jackson.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that.
Nice one. Okay.
We'll go
Cool.
with those 5.
Cool. I feel like Tupac. A lot of people said it too. Like Tupac was like he was ahead of his time when it came to his music. Him and Biggie Smalls.
Do you feel like he would have been as big of a legend if he was still alive today?
Today, honestly, from what his music it was like telling and saying, I definitely think so. I think so for sure. I
feel like some people, when they're living legends, it's like they don't necessarily get like their flowers. But if people like die young, it's like they become like immortalized. Like they're bigger than.
Yeah. And I feel like for what it's worth, because like his.
I forgot Aaliyah. Throw her in there. Come on now.
Number 6. Fuck it. Yeah, Leah too. Yeah, I was sad when she died on that plane.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it. Like I think she was going to a movie or something like that, like a movie or something like that.
Her? Yeah, she was coming back from
was she?
A music video. They flew out to do a music video and they were flying back. And then, like, apparently the airplane was, like, overloaded. It was overloaded, and, yeah.
Her family didn't go with her, which was smart on their part, but she... Yeah, I thought somebody was saying, like, she, like, after she was done doing what she was doing, she, like, left to go to a shoot or something like that, and then that's when the plane kind of came down.
Yeah, and I heard people that stayed, like, they said they saw it go up and, like, go right down.
Go right down,
yeah.
like that? Mm-hmm. Damn, I didn't hear all that. I didn't ask all that question.
Yeah, I did that.
I remember, shoot, I'll name 5 too.
Go ahead, why not?
I wish TLC was still around. Like,
I was gonna say Left Eye.
I wish Prince, cause like I kind of like to listen to his music. Like, I know like I had like 2 dads. Like my biological father.
Dad,
like he. Like I call my other dad my second dad. 'Cause I hung out with him a lot too, growing up as well. But like they both love Prince, and they both listen to Prince all the time. So I got to hear it from 2 different like people, and
they both liked him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So and then like my dad always listened to Prince. He always listened to Prince too. So it worked out. And I would say you already said Michael Jackson, so I can't say that one. I honestly wish. I want to say Biz Markie. Maybe he could have got one more good one. Like,
one more hit in?
Yeah, because like one of my favorite songs was Just a Friend. That was my shit. That was it for me. Another artist that does not make music no more. That I wish.
Oh, but you're like even alive, not making music. That you that changed the question up low key.
Alive, not making music no more.
Joe Budden. Hey, I rock with Joe Budden. Like, I do.
I guess I was like, I don't like how like he kind of like comes off when like it came to like new artists.
That's what I like about him. I like that he's so abrasive and like tells the truth, and he's not like, he's not like industry. Like he's like, nah, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I love him. I love Charlemagne. Right. I love all people that are like, I'm gonna tell my truth and be myself. Yeah. And if you like it, cool. If you don't.
Yeah, I get it. I just feel like there's been like times where like he got into it with the Migos and like, and I was like, damn, you got to be all like, but. And
then the infamous Lil Yachty interview where he was like, you don't know if you in a 360 deal.
Yeah. I was like, he was going in on him. I was like, damn, I watched that. Yeah, that was funny. I was laughing. That was a good one.
For sure.
Dang, like I really can't think of another artists off the top of my head, like, I've been listening to a lot of like old school, like Marvin Gaye, like Luther Vandross, like the Phonics. I've been listening to them.
The R&B legends.
Yeah, I've been listening to them. So I guess if anything, we need to. I feel like we need to bring soul back. We need to bring soul back. Like besides Childish Gambino, that was good, but we need like.
He said that was good, but we need more about
need
Lizzo. You like Lizzo? She's soul. She won the Soul Album of the Year from Soul Train Awards.
I haven't really listened to Lizzo a whole lot. I'll be honest. I'll be real, but I guess I would say the Phonics.
I don't know who that is.
If anything, I would say check them out. They're good music. Good music. Like
they're from this era.
Oh no, like 70s,
okay.
70s, 60s.
Okay.
Like if anything, I would. I wish Isaac Hayes could make music still.
Ooh, so we need some Aretha Franklin. She making music still? Not really.
I don't think so.
I know she dropped like her Divas album where she like covered a whole bunch of pop classics or whatever and like made it her version.
Yeah,
so it was pretty fire.
Okay.
You like who was I thinking of? There was a soul singer. Oh, Adele. Was she considered soul?
Adele.
Or like folk? What is she considered?
I mean, like there's some like I don't know how I would say soul. Like, but then, I feel like soul is like it's not what it used to be. Like that's.
Another thing is like everything's fused now.
Right, which kind of I feel like I don't even think really soul exists that much anymore. I don't think there really isn't an actual category at that point for soul. Because
I feel like people might put like people who aren't necessarily soul in soul. Like they might put like a Juice World in soul, or like anybody who like looks like they might be soul. They're like, all right, that's soul for you. It's like okay.
I don't know. I don't think Juice WRLD would be
so obvious. Like he's not, but they might categorize it.
Like I hope not. Like nothing against Juice WRLD. Nothing against him. Nothing.
R.I.P.
But yep, R.I.P. Sucked how he went. But you know what? I got another one. I got a tip of my tongue. Tip of my tongue.
Outkast. I wish they were making music.
I'm thinking that's another one. But it was I want to say it. He died. I believe it was last year. They couldn't tell if it was, some people were saying it was a drug overdose, but they found out that he was actually killed by somebody.
Mac Miller?
Yes, Mac Miller. Yes, that's right. I didn't think about
you about to get dragged.
I was like, yeah, Mac Miller. I would like I remember like before, like when he passed away, like I didn't really listen to him until after like and I honestly when we listened to it, when my coworkers listened to it at the time, I was like, what is that song? I want to get that song so bad on my Spotify. It'd be just that one. That's all I need. Just the one. Like.
I went to 2 of his concerts while he was still alive.
Okay.
And he has like a whole moniker. I forgot. It's like Larry Fisherman. It's like another artist name where he only like releases beats.
Yeah.
Like, do you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No.
Fun fact for you.
Cool. If anything, I would say one of my favorite beat makers would be Knife Wonder, New Job Best, Justice League. Gotta give it the Swiss Beats, and I'm gonna say it. Like I don't want to say
Metro Boomin.
His Metro. No, let's just go with that. Let's just go with. Cause I feel like I wanted to say Soulja Boy, cause he has some hard beats, but his
who did he produce for? Just himself?
Just himself. But I mean, like
he produced that.
Like years ago, like when he really started making his own music, he was making some dope beats, but the words was like just take the words out.
Just let me hear the instrumental.
Just play the beat.
That's horrible.
That's all I care about.
That's horrible. If like the song like.
But then again, like a lot of the music today, I feel like
it's the beat that carries it.
Yeah, like it's like they don't. Like,
but I'm a beat type of person. Like I love beats, and I think it's really important to like select your beats wisely. Right. But I think also like the song has to like the artist. I think it's important to shine too. But even cause there's artists that produce their own stuff. But I think the beat is important. Like you could be saying something fire, sound amazing, but if the beat is trash, like I'm not here for it. Like I feel like Jennifer Hudson, amazing voice. I'm not getting with her beats. Like I don't know. I
can't say I listen enough to really say, but I'm gonna have to listen to Jennifer Hudson now just to really be like, okay, I see what. Yeah, I see what.
I think it's like a taste type of thing because I feel like our music taste we like
different
by like what we hear growing up is like what our ear gets used to. So it's like because I like certain sonics. It's like if I hear something slow and like one hi hat or something, I might be like, what is that? But
Yeah, like me, like, but honestly, like most stuff I've listened to, honestly, is like it's been on SoundCloud, it's been on occasionally Spotify, like, or YouTube. I've been looking up like a lot of artists that are not like mainstream, but they like have really good beats, and I'm like, man, like I've even emailed one of the guys about getting the rights to his song so I can like do a verse on it or something like that, but he was like 250. I was like, I'll get back to you.
He said, yeah,
but I was
do
like,
a verse.
Understandable, because like you gotta pay for the beat, like be able to like people need to get paid. So
can all producers please get paid? Word to Rick Ross.
Yeah, yeah. Wasn't that like a attack on Birdman? Took me a minute.
It might be,
cause I know like it was for a minute like Birdman wasn't paying like releasing out Lil Wayne's album. Same thing with Drake. Same thing with I'm not gonna say. I'll almost say Kim Kardashian.
Wait, a diss towards her?
What's up?
You said a diss towards her?
Not diss, no. Like album, like they weren't letting them drop the album. I was gonna say Nicki
Wait,
Minaj.
Kim Kardashian has an album?
No, she doesn't. I was about to say Kim Kardashian instead of Nicki Minaj. I might have to just edit out the video.
Please.
I don't know. Just
edit that out.
I'm gonna get some hate mail.
Edit that Jennifer Hudson comment out too.
But yeah, like they were trying to. That's why Drake made that album. Like if you like see this, it's too late because
that was
Birdman wouldn't. No, it wasn't a diss.
Oh, Birdman like he was like, I'm gonna release this under my own.
Yeah, because Birdman wouldn't release it. He wasn't letting him like them guys push their albums out. He was sitting.
Yeah, I've heard about that. That's why he went up to the. Is that why he went up to the Breakfast Club? Yes. Like, I'll tree y'all.
Yes. Are we finished? Are we done?
To
this day, I use that shit. I just don't use it like unless I.
My favorite Breakfast Club interview is with Soulja Boy. He came up there like, Drake. I was like, that's funny. Like. Character.
That was interesting. Like, did he also come on the Breakfast Club? He was like showing his like different like stuff he's been doing. Like,
he was like he had all his entrepreneurs adventures he was doing.
Yeah. I give him mad respect for that because I mean like there's not enough like entrepreneurs out there, like especially
there's not enough. You don't think?
No.
I feel like everybody's an entrepreneur today, 2020.
I don't think so. Like I feel like we're all just working.
Well, I mean, you could still be like you're an entrepreneur and you're working, like you have to fund it somehow,
right? Because like that's kind of the thing, you got to invest in yourself. But I mean, like, it's not a lot of
money to make money.
Yeah, like but more of like something that'll benefit you. Because like most people in like the middle class, they'll just go to work, pay bills.
But I feel like I agree with like the entrepreneur. I'm all for the entrepreneur mindset and like owning your own stuff, all of that. But I feel like today 9-to-5s are like thrashed on, like you work a job, you trash, when it's like our parents like lived livelihoods and stuff, working jobs, and like back in the day there wasn't like really a thing as like entrepreneurship. It's like really popular now, but like people wanted to climb the corporate ladder and have these like corporate jobs making 6 figures.
Because back then like you got a pension, you got a decent 401k, you got all that.
You still do today.
Not as much as you used to. Like you can get like for example, prime example would be like when I worked at Sam's Club. Mm-hmm. I met a lady who was working there for 20 years, and she made $20 an hour as a door greeter.
Now, are you saying that's fire?
Like saying like I mean compare it to like if
she built up seniority, that's $1 a year, low key.
Yeah,
that's
but
low key
like
not
but how
fire.
they do it now is that like and I was there for 6 years, and I started out making $9.75 an hour. I quit at $11.88 an hour.
So you're saying that you didn't grow?
I didn't make that.
Did you ask for a raise?
Well, yeah, I got one every year. They gave
but you gotta ask. Sometimes you gotta ask for additional.
They wouldn't do it.
You asked?
Yeah, and what they would do is they would nitpick
who they were gonna
about not who, but like because like there were cash that were getting dollar raises and stuff like that, which is absurd because they were favored, But when it came,
you gotta have the gifts again.
but I mean like. They were just nitpicking so that you only got like 40 cents a year and you only cap at $15 an hour. Yeah. So once you're $15, you're done. So like back in the day, they got raises throughout the years. Like they used to have.
I feel like you just have to find the right companies. Like every company. There's
some companies that are good at pay you well, but I mean opposed to like having a retirement, it was a lot more solid back then.
I think it still exists. Wow. There's a lot of companies that still do that. I disagree.
Cause like I mean like I want to say it, but I just mean just the fact that we're in so much debt.
Like as a country or like personally?
As a country. And it's like they're like a lot of companies are really trying to take away benefits. Like unions not like out there as much as it used to be. Because like in like prime example for Sam's Club again, Sam's Club one of those places that used to have a union, but they took away union, and then just kind of how to deal with the people that didn't want to give with the union, they found a way to get them fired.
Sam's Club will come with a lawsuit for you.
I know that because like I had somebody. I talked to some people, and like I had one guy who literally was around when that was going on. He met one of the guys who went from like club Sam's Club to Sam's Club in the region, and like really sort those people out and really did that. And at that point, I'm not gonna say who told me because I don't want to put them out there like that. But
put them out there. Name names.
Can't do it.
Put the edit right here. Dude.
But yeah, and honestly, I believe it because like just seeing what they were doing while I was working there. You know, I was like, damn, that's crazy. You know, and then I was like a year before I left, they took away the Premium Sunday.
What is that?
Premium Sunday is like you make double. Like whatever you make on a regular day,
time and a half.
You'll make. So let's say you make $20 an hour, you'll make 40 on a Sunday.
That's like time and a half.
More than time and a half. Because time and a half is like it's not double. You don't make double, but you do make a little bit more than what you normally would make, and usually you get that if you work OT or whatever. But and then when I got hired there, they had like a thing called what was it called, Premium Sunday, but it was something Sunday where you had an extra $1 an hour, which was like cool because you had to work a Sunday to get that. But if you didn't work Sunday, you would just get paid regularly. But that's just one of many places. I'm pretty sure that other companies that do this that have done the same thing. We just don't know about. Like there are a lot of companies that had like more benefits for people, like better healthcare. Like healthcare was so much cheaper. But of course, inflation happened, so obviously the cost of like living
move to Canada.
The cost of like groceries, everything. Because like I know when I was a kid, my dad would always just kind of drill me. Like when I was a kid, I paid 25 cents for a cookie. I'm talking like
because you made $1 a week.
There were companies out there like that made good money. Like there were like high schools used to have like programs to where like you would like, not how you go to trade school to get your license, stuff like that. Some high schools actually had it in their high school, like in New York and stuff like that,
where you can make money,
where you could like learn like to be a plumber or electrician or a person to deal with like deal with like I want to say carpenters like that. You would learn that at school. So when you graduated, you're just gonna go to that job. You're making $20 an hour. You're good.
Straight out of high school.
You know, and it's like now they've gotten rid of it. So now you got to go to college. Now you got to spend money. Now you got to like do all that to just make that money. So now you're in debt. You know, depending on where you go, there are places to go. Like trading school really is one of those schools that are not pushed enough that I think they should push. Like that school we went to, that was a trade school. Yeah, that wasn't a traditional university. Like I remember like talking to Johnny Wood. He was even telling me, I've talked to some people who literally went to V2, and they were saying like how you would go for 4 years just to do for cinematography, and you would get a thesis class, like not a thesis but a theory class on your senior year in college, and it's just you just watching videos and you going over stuff, and then after that you got to shoot your thesis film, your theory film, whatever, and that's it. Opposed to what we got to learn, like
being hands-on.
Exactly. And it's like, it's crazy because a lot of more, because they want us to be in debt because
the conspiracy.
They want to have.
They don't want to see us win, DJ Khaled. So what we gonna do? We gonna win.
But I mean, it's just like so much different from like then and now. Like I mean, like I feel like when it comes to like some of the issues we have in the world, it's personally I feel like it's the same. It's just we're older, and now that we're old enough to just really see it, because some of us really saw when we were younger. You know, because life circumstances, everybody had different lives, so everybody's life is different. Right. People were like, they just had a regular life and whatever, so they really can see it. But now that they're adults, they're seeing it now. They're realizing, and they're like, oh, well, crap. And now I'm seeing it. This is crazy. This is messed up. But it's like the same that's been happening like 20 years ago.
What's an example?
I feel like issues when it comes to like the black community is still an issue. You know, like they don't really talk about it. You know, like some people do. Like, granted, there's just not the war on drugs anymore, but that's still kind of going on in the black community. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that really was like heavy as it used to be, because like that was crazy, because the war on drugs was an attack against the black community. They were like, putting drugs into the community so they can do it, whatever, and then make it so where you can't really get a job, so you're either selling it, you have to really branch out to find something, and then people, and like I'll even say it, like, even when I don't know, I'm not gonna say that Donald Trump is racist. Like, I know there's been some stuff that he said that makes you question it. So it's like, you know, I don't know, but I mean, like, part of me feel like, yeah, but part of me is like, he's just a rich guy who doesn't really care about other people who are rich either. That's kind of what I'm seeing.
Like your perspective.
But since he became president, people who've just become more out racist. They become more vocal.
Like you've experienced it.
Oh,
like you've seen.
I've seen like I've had somebody. This is when I was like 19. I was literally walking back to my apartment. Some freaking a-holes literally yelled the N-word and threw a can at me, just because they wanted to.
Really?
You know? Yeah, not even joking. And then there was another time when
Sorry you went through that.
I don't really know whether or not if they knew my skin color, but I was walking home. This was when I was 18. I was walking home from one of my friend's house, and this guy had I don't know if it was an actual gun, maybe it was a BB gun, but he had a laser on it, and he was shining it at my head, like literally from like the balcony, on that balcony, but it was a parking garage over, like, you know where the Galaxy Theater is at right now?
Which one? The
one
Cannery?
on Green Valley.
Oh no, I don't know that one.
So like there's a like a garage, like, you know, garage you can kind of go up the levels, whatever. But they were on the top level, and like one of them like aimed at me, and then all I heard was a bottle just bust on the floor right in front of me. Like they chucked it at me. Why, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've also had an incident where like a cop pulled me over, and like this was a racist situation because, like, one, I'm not 6'5", okay. Two, I wasn't wearing basketball attire.
Would they they were like, we're looking for this guy.
Yeah, they doing the thing. The dude said they were looking for a guy who was 6'5". He had like some basketball like shorts, some basketball jersey. He had some like Nikes or Jordans, and I'm wearing a Wendy's polo shirt with my name tag on it, with a Wendy's hat, and I'm also wearing dress pants and dress shoes, not fitting the description at all. But he pulled me over because he came back down. No, first he came down, he came around, and came back around down. And he pulled me over, and he literally asked me, "Where are you coming from?" I'm coming from work. As you see, they had the hair, the hat, you know, the name badge, and he put me up against his car and frisked me. Like he frisked me and everything. Like I felt uncomfortable, but I was like young back then, so I just did what he wanted. You know, I just kind of did it, and he looked me up. You know, I was like, for no reason, just try to find something. I was black. You know, I like stuff like that. I know I have instance with my brother. He got pulled over a few times just because they were profiling. You know, like it's out there. I just feel like now, like that Trump's in office, like it's just more outspoken.
Like people feel, but would you rather like know someone's racist or have them be like hi in your face, but really like?
I'd rather have someone be out about it, but just be respectful about it. You know,
how can you be respectfully racist?
It's like, because like I feel like
what does that mean?
I'd rather have someone say I don't mess with you, and then kind of just leave it at that. I'm like, all right, that's whatever, you know. Then someone to just kind of get in my face,
like try to harm you.
Yeah, because at that point you're not only you're invading my personal space, you're making me uncomfortable. You're harassing me. So now, like me being who I am, it's like, do I knock this guy out? I fight him and then go to jail, or do I just like let him keep harassing me? Like, what do I do at that point? You know, and it's like I'd rather have someone be real about it and keep it pushing than someone to be fake about it. You know, because like those people. And I remember watching a movie. It talked about it. I forgot what movie it was. I think it was I can't remember. I remember that in that movie, like one of the guys, he was white guys, but there were characters in the movie. Like they were shaving their heads bald and stuff like that. To the point where like one of the guys went up to the college and he shot somebody in the college and killed them. And the dude was like, don't do that. You know how you win? You get a job. When they try to get a job, you tell them no. You don't give it to them. And that's how I really was back then. Like, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was still like that to this day. They just don't say it to you.
Yeah.
You know?
That's wild.
And so, I mean, like, it is crazy. And knowing how Nevada is a right-to-work state, like, it's crazy. They can fire you for any reason. They could just not like the way you look today and just find a reason to write you up. You know, I've dealt with people who would just try to write you for no reason. Yeah. Which is bizarre, but they're out there, you know? And I mean, think of another example of how like when it comes to like drugs, for example, like Ritalin and stuff like that, like they would give to like kids and stuff like that. People were like,
what's Ritalin?
Ritalin, it's supposedly it's a drug that help you like calm down or whatever when you're
like
like
for anxiety
up here. Not anxiety, for like
ADHD
and stuff like that. Because like they tried to put me on when I was a kid. I rejected. I kept throwing it up, And like, I'm glad I didn't like keep taking it because I remember it was
what are the side effects?
like besides like it like kind of slowing you down and making you act like weirdish, you know, like. I remember one of my friends. I went to school. I wasn't special ed. I got out when I was a junior, and like when I was a sophomore, I was walking in the hallways and I saw him. Like we're the same age, but he's like in class with like people in 7th grade. He's acting like he's not there anymore. And I was like, just seeing that, I was like, damn, that's crazy, you know.
Like that could be.
And then people were like, not really thinking. Like I told people that, like, oh, you're tripping, you're just making that up, and it's like, no, it's really
like the side effects are
actually,
real.
it's really a thing. It really affects people in the worst possible way. Like it may help some people, but like how medicine is, it's not meant to help everybody. It's only meant to help a certain amount of people.
Because everybody's like different.
Exactly, and then once it doesn't help, it just fucks them up, and that's kind of what happens, you know. But like it's just, I don't know. I guess another one. Even though they talk about how like we're free and whatnot, and we have like rights and stuff, I don't think we really do still have 100% rights because of how we're treated. Like how we're treated when it comes to like, let's say I'm pretty sure you've heard about like people getting like pulled over for no reason, or whatever, and then like they'll be fine, and somehow it escalates for no reason, and and just take out of proportion, and all that happens. That's been around since then, and it's still happening today. You know, like even though Martin Luther King like fought for us to be treated equally, we're not.
He's not the only one though.
Yeah, I know.
He's just
like,
one of
like
the
Malcolm X. Like I feel like the reason why
But do you feel like? I feel like with a lot of that, it can also depend on where you live. Like, because I feel like in Vegas, it's a pretty diverse place.
Oh, absolutely very diverse.
Yeah,
very
it's absolutely.
diverse.
I feel like it's diverse and people are more open-minded here because it's like Vegas and city, whatever. The culture's different. I feel like if you lived in like South Texas or like it would be more of that. I don't feel like I necessarily have the same perspective of someone who lives in like South Texas and like sees it. Like I see it like online and I see it and like I know it exists, but I feel like seeing it like up close and being like, dang, like this is how it is on a daily basis. Like I have like a different perspective of it.
Yeah. Then, like, I guess another one would be, like, and that's something I actually was questioned about, too, was, like, remember how, was it last year, a couple years ago, when they had, like, a hurricane recently? Like, a lot of people were saying, and I looked up just to see, and, like...
Well, like, they made it?
No, I mean, some people who died, some people who made it alive and whatnot, but I mean, like...
Oh, I thought you said, like, the hurricane was,
well, the hurricane came, but I mean, like people in the black community weren't really getting helped as much. They were getting passed over. It's like, why are you skipping them over? But then again, it's Texas, so...
That's why... Say less.
But at the same time, it's like... We're supposed to be at a point where it's like, come on.
I feel like... Do you think that there will ever be a time where there's not discrimination
I don't think so.
Racism?
Because when you think about it, like, besides it being in America, it's everywhere.
Everywhere. I feel like it's global.
Everywhere you go. And it's like one thing I've really noticed is that, like, just as a standpoint, like, black people really get hated on by a lot of people. Like, just like if you go to like Japan, if you're not in the military, you're getting looked at funny. If you're not, you go to South Korea.
They're gonna look at white people funny.
No,
yes, they will. They will.
They look at them, but they will show them more respect. They will show like us respect.
What's respect though? Like they're not gonna be.
And that's from like me. Like I
do
watch.
Do you feel like you walk around in life feeling like people aren't gonna respect you because you're black?
I've kind of accepted that, to be honest. Like
you believe that? Like it's part of like your belief system?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's part of my belief system. I feel like I do get judged because of my skin color.
How?
Like,
How do you know what someone's thinking of you?
Just how they looking at me. Like just how like.
If you have gas.
Like no. I get what you're saying, but like, you can tell when somebody has gas. They have that.
That's not true.
Like,
I feel like we tell ourselves that that person's looking at me because like I got a big belly, but it's like we don't necessarily know. Like,
right.
I feel like a lot of it, like, I don't think it's positive to like I don't think it's progressive for black people, melanin people with a different skin tone to even if it's true. Whatever that means, I feel like I think that it's not progressive for us to walk around with a complex on top of anything that we might face out there. Like, to also be like, I'm not going to walk in the room confident because they're going to look at me like blah, 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 because I'm a darker shade. Like, I don't think that that's progressive.
No, not like that. More of like, all right, so I'll be walking around on the street, and then, like, this is something I've actually noticed. Like, I've noticed this a couple of times, and it was more of like I would just see like a random person, like just a bi go, cause like I was raised, you know, you see someone be nice, say hi, you know, like there were times
What?
occasionally
Because they don't say hi. You think it's because you're black?
like let me finish. So what made it weird for me was that like what kind of made me think about it a lot was that like I've done it, just this kind of experiment. I was young, you know. And like they would just look at me funny, keep walking. I get it. I'm a stranger.
Some people just
and then,
strangers.
But when that happens, and then like you'll see somebody else of a different shade of color will just nod and wave and oh hey, how's it going? So,
like you see them say hi to them, so you feel like it's because
like so it's like but they don't but you can tell they don't really know them because you can like they're not
how you know who they know
because you can all right. So this is how I feel like you would know how someone knows somebody. There's a way you would greet them. You know, if it's just casual, I'm just walking by, or like, oh, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a minute, or what's good? What's up? Or just, hey, what's going on? How's your day? You know, you can kind of read body language. You kind of read that and you see it, but more of just like I'm like, hey, and they're just like, and then they just say hi to the next person. It's like how do you? But I mean, that's the individual. That's not everybody. I'm not saying everyone's like that. I know that everybody's not like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just feel like it's just too much of that going on, and I feel like when it comes to communication, I blame technology.
What do you mean? People don't know how to talk, or what?
Yeah, like
Absolutely.
like even I guess a prime example, like my lady like was at work, you know, and then she'll like will talk to people, whatever, and then like there's people who conversation. It's like they use the younger generation. It's like they don't say nothing.
They know how to talk.
It just
I can see that.
And it's like you think about it, like people don't really get out as much as they used to.
Because like I feel like I'm watching someone's vlog. I feel like I'm out with them. Why do I need to go out in real life?
So it's like it's so much different. Like we're not more of like communicative or talkative or like face to face like we used to be.
I feel like there's positives and negatives. Like there's the beauty of like technology. I feel like is like everyone has like an opportunity or like a shot as long as you have access to a to technology. It's like you don't have to wait for like some big network to be like, let me do my show, let me do this, let me put music out there. You don't have to wait to get signed. You can like do it your own. So I feel like it's up to it's personal, like how people use it. Like
I don't condone technology. I just
you don't condone. What
no,
you mean?
I'm not.
You don't condemn.
I don't condemn.
Okay.
I'm not against technology.
Yeah.
Like I love my phone. I love like it's like having an iPhone. It's like having a computer in the palm of your hand.
I heard Logic in an interview. He was like, yeah, like it's like your phone is like God in your hand because it has all the information of the world. Like anything you want to know, you just
on your phone, and you can literally like you can do what your computer can do like on your phone, you know, and that's really cool. But at the same time, I feel like we just need to not forget to communicate
in real life.
Because
get out there.
Yeah, because like you got people who are using more dating sites now, more
instead
than
of like
just going
organically
out.
meeting.
But then again, it's like back then you didn't have a choice. So I kind of get it, you know. Back then, like there's pros and cons to technology.
There's pros and cons to everything.
I just feel like, and that's what I kind of was getting into, is that like even though like a lot of these world issues going on, I feel like we just really weren't aware of it because we didn't have the technology to really
like tap into it.
To really see it.
And you think I think that's also positive and negative because it's like people can sit here all day and be like, oh, we have all these issues, but then it's like, what are you doing about it besides like complaining? Like if you're actually out taking steps, it's like, okay,
right.
Like you can say something, but like I feel like some people just want to like sit on their couch and be like, oh, the government ain't helping me and this and that, da, 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 da. And it's like, okay, but did you go to the rally? Did you go vote? Did you go figure out how you can talk to your legislator? Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like on that one, like, it sucks because a lot of the people who complain are the ones I don't really know.
They don't do nothing.
But then again, when you do, like, have a computer, you do have a phone where you can, like, look it up and Google
like,
what
figure
the steps,
out and
what
understand
you need to do.
more,
So we do. But it does come to, like, people's laziness, you know?
That's true.
And honestly, like, that's why, like, I honestly wouldn't complain about my stuff, especially when it came to work. Because I always tell myself is that, like, obviously you're cool with it because you're still here.
Absolutely. There's a saying that's like you promote what you. Yeah, I think it's like you promote what you allow, or like whatever you accept is like you promote it. You obviously like it because you accept
you're here.
it. Yeah, exactly.
You're dealing with. You're putting on with it. It's like you don't have to.
It.
And it's like I will be honest. That was a pill that I had to swallow on my own over the years because, like I said, I was used to this type of crap. I dealt with it growing up, you know, so it wasn't like a surprise that I was kind of getting talked to or treated in this type of manner. you know. So that's why I was like okay with it in a way, but it still wasn't okay. But I was able to tolerate and deal with it, you know,
Because you're used to
become
it.
used to it. But at the same time, like I feel like, and this is something that really kind of like over the years I've been changing, and I love this word lifestyle. I love saying that word
Why?
because like I watched this video and this guy was talking about like he asked this guy who had started from nothing. He's a millionaire now, and he's like, "How'd you do it? Like, what'd you go do? What'd you accept your table? What
It's gonna
habits you had
change
to
my
go
lifestyle.
through?" And then the dude said, "Don't say habit." He was like, "That's a bad word because
Why?
because he was like, habit's more of like something you do out of like something else." And he was like, use the word lifestyle. You know, lifestyle. How do you want to live? How do you see yourself? How do you want to be? And if
Don't
you
you
want to
think
be
your
that
lifestyle's
way,
made out of habits?
I would say yes and no. I feel like honestly, like your habits are based on what you've seen growing up. Your habits are based on life experiences because everybody ticks differently. Everybody, depending on what happened in your life, could be the reason why you do what you do. Like someone can be drinking a bottle of water normal, but this dude can be like literally like kind of. And that's something I do. When I drink soda, you know, or like tea in a can, like I don't pop the can up all the way. I'll pop a little bit so I can sip on that bug. Why? Because I've just been in Michigan, bees. So get in your drink, sting you in the lip.
Yeah.
You don't want that. So it's like people are like, why are you? That will be like a habit or like a reason why I do it because of I've seen, I've almost experienced, and it's like no, I don't want that. But that's just an example of like one's habit. I feel like when it comes to the way he was kind of saying lifestyle was that like how you see yourself, how you want to be, just is discipline. Discipline's what it really is, and discipline really is used in a sense and manner of like you getting a whooping or something. It's bad, but discipline's not always bad. Discipline, that's something I learned too, and really thought about over the years too, especially after like cause I love martial arts. I still practice my like blocks and strikes to this day. Because I still want to be involved in it. But like one of the things like martial arts will also say too, and it didn't really hit me after I watched that video. Discipline. You really have to discipline yourself. It's not much to a punishment, much as staying on your shit and doing it. Same thing with like Will Smith said. You got to be disciplined. You got to remain. You can't stray off just because you have a bad day. We all have bad days, but it's what you do that defines who you are, that defines what you're trying to be, and so. It really is just that. And so
it's funny because there's a quote that like goes with your saying, but then you said that you don't like the word habit, but it's like excellence is not like one act. It's not like, oh, they're excellent because they did this one great thing. Like excellence comes from what you do from day to day. So therefore excellence is not like an act, but a habit because it's what you do day in and day out. Right. And it's like who you are really is based off of, I think who you are is based off of your habits, but like not in a way that you can't change. I feel like habit is just like something that you do habitually, like something that you do repeatedly. And so it's like you're used to it. It's in your subconscious. You don't have to think about it. But I think you can change it. Like if you become aware, like, dang, like I always say just kidding and I want to stop saying it, then it's like then you have to consciously try to like change that habit. But I think that like anything can be changed if you really want to, and then that's when that comes like that discipline, because it's like sometimes it's uncomfortable, sometimes it's hard, and then you don't feel like it, but if you really want to, you have to be like, all right, today I am gonna do it. It's gonna pay off.
And that's why I really stopped using the word habit too, because and then like one thing I really noticed is that by using lifestyle and using discipline, I just kind of like said no more excuses. Like it's either you're gonna do it or you're gonna just not do it. Are you gonna be lazy and just not make it happen, or you're gonna get up because at the end of the day, like regardless of if you do or don't, life's gonna go on. Life's gonna keep moving.
That's true. No one's gonna wait. No one's waiting for you to achieve your goals. Exactly. It's you.
Someone else is gonna achieve it. And it's like just prime example, like I know a person who's been like trying to like do like bakery stuff for a long time, and like I've been like kind of. And they do it like once a year, a few times a year, and I've been like pushing, I'm like, you should really take this seriously. And it's like now, like when I see it, someone else have those miniature like pies they wanted to have, but someone else is doing it. So it's like at this point, now I was like, man, like you really need to just jump on. If he'd have jumped in it earlier, like he would have been Gucci. He would have been set. Like I don't think. People will be eating that. I forgot her name, but like it's like her face in the cover. She has mini pies now, but they sell them in Walmart, sweet potato pies.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, I was like kind of bringing it up. I was like, yeah, man. Now this person's got all these pies now, and they're putting them out.
I feel like it comes down. 'Cause some people just aren't like how they think. Like leads them to not be like self-motivated and not be like someone who's gonna be proactive, because it's like. if you can tell somebody like you should do this, you should do this, but if they in their own mind don't believe they can or don't really want to put in all that effort or don't want to fail, like they have to come to like terms with themselves to do it. And there's people who say they're gonna do stuff like their whole lives, like I'm gonna write a book, I'm gonna write a book, I'm gonna write a book, and then it's like 20 years goes by and like they haven't written a book, or it's like when they do have free time, they're like watching TV instead of writing or whatever. So I just feel like, you know, it's all a mindset.
Right. And I, like I said, like and that's why I use that word lifestyle, because I feel like at that point it's like you can just say habit and then just be like, oh, it's a habit I have.
But that's like taking away the power, because it's like, yeah, it could be your habit, but like you're still, at this point, you're aware it's a habit and you're still choosing it. So
and that's why, and I feel like some people it's an excuse. For some people it's just,
it's true.
And that's why I'm like, just no more excuses. Just be 100%. And like I feel like my life experience, like I've dealt with, like it's kind of led me to this point, you know, and like because people I've met, people I've talked to, and what they've said, you know, like I have one guy, love him to death, man. Like one of these I'm having him on the show too, and like he when it is close to me, to say, don't talk about it, be about it. And that's the most real thing I've ever heard
I'm always about that, like walk it, don't talk it,
Exactly.
like move in silence. Lil Wayne said real G's move in silence like lasagna. And it's true, because like it's easy to be like, I'm gonna do this, this, and that, but then to actually do it, it's like, okay, did you do it? But if you just come out and you're like, boom, I did all of this, it's like, okay, like they're serious because they did it, not just talked about it.
Right. That is absolutely true. Well, gotta cut it here.
Wait, can I plug my?
Oh
EP,
yeah,
my EP and my music.
Plug that real quick. Yeah, put it in there. My bad. Now we got conversations. We got
too deep down the rabbit hole.
Yep. All right, go ahead.
So I have an EP coming out this month. It's called Islands, and I also have a song I just dropped last week. It's called Energy. You can find it on Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music by just looking up either Lenore Energy or Lenore Islands, and then you can follow me on Instagram. It's lenore.paulo, LEONOR.PAULO. That's it.
Good. All right. Like I said, check it out. Really good music. Really good.
Oh, thank you.
Definitely. That's like good stuff. It's good stuff.
Thank
for
you.
sure. Can't wait for the next one.
The EP.
Yeah, can't wait for it to come out. For sure. I'm gonna hit that up, too.
I appreciate that.
All right, y'all. Thanks for staying tuned,
in.
showing us some love. Like, you know, I know my other Sir Black this ain't here, but it's Gucci. It's Gucci. He will be here.
Salt, low key.
He will be here. He will be here. Don't worry. But thanks for showing that love. You know, smash that like button. You know, leave a comment. Tell us your opinion. What's good, what's not good. What you like to hear. What you want to talk about. Stuff like that. And subscribe for more. You know, stay tuned. You know, this is the new year. We're gonna just keep on rolling, keep on getting this thing moving, and just showing you guys love, you know, giving you guys what y'all want and what y'all want to hear. But wrap it up right now. Like I always say, cause I honestly, like I always like I don't stay to like I just mix it up. So stay fresh, stay smooth, stay cool. Like I always say, it's all a dream, and we out.